There is possibility of revolution if there are no clarification in PEP, Soyinka. Wale Soyinka, a Nigerian professor and writer, has revealed that there is no possibility of revolution if there are no clarifications in the presidential election petitions. Recall that Wale Soyinka had gone on air to caution the words of the vice presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Yusuf Dati Baba Ahmed, during his interview with Channels Television, where he stated that there will be a revolution against President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's inauguration, but it didn't happen. Wale Soyinka, reacting to the tribunal proceedings, alleged that the revolution will be based on the struggle for power among different presidential candidates who believe they've won the presidential election. And simply, that's what it is. And due to the unwillingness of different presidential candidates to surrender, due to the unwillingness of different presidential candidates to surrender, there is a possibility of a revolution. But then that also depends on the outcome of the tribunal. If efforts are frustrated and, people are not basically happy, not happy, but if the presidential candidates are not happy with the outcome, or they're basically frustrated whereby the proceedings take up to the end of this year and then next year, then what is the point? Because that's what it is. Do you think there's ever going to be an outcome? This revolution that could happen, the government they know if, INEC comes out and says, well, Tinubu is not the president. Do you not think that would, cause a lot of havoc? Of course it would. But, in his words, he says, in any case, there is not much else to engage one on a foundation of ownership stakes. There is, of course, always the possibility of a revolution with a clarity of purpose and acceptance of all attendant risks, including costly errors. Revolutions are not, however, based on the impetus of speculative power entitlement. No matter until that moment, the structures that ensure just and equitable cohabitation must be protected from partisan appropriation, from it, be it from material inducement, fake news, or verbal terrorism, the last being the contribution of one who is positioned to. Honestly, this guy is speaking so much English, and I'm not even trying to disrespect, obviously, as a writer and, his work in literature. It's nothing to be compared to, but this is politics, mate. Nigerians are not necessarily looking for, material inducement, political. We're not looking for that. The problem here is we don't have power, and we are run and led by bullies. So we basically look hopeless in face of change, because even in an attempt, our efforts are frustrated by the system. That's where the problem lies. A revolution happening, given the state of Nigerians just have to be in a state where they can be easily led, to be honest. Because if people would definitely be triggered for revolution, will it last? Will Nigerians be willing to? Because it's a huge fight. It takes real commitment from people to lead a revolution. And it's not one man leading it. For a revolution to actually work, the people have to lead it. And usually when revolutions are led, the people are basically turned into animals. That's what it is. Because a revolution where the people are in a state where even the government is scared, yes. And I think Nigerians are getting there, to be very honest. I mean, we thought that we were there, but I think because we're able to survive, I think everything really has to be taken away and stripped from us. To be honest, I don't think Nigeria is incapable of a revolution. It just means that the kind of people and the kind of mind, it's the mind of a Nigerian. Whoever will physically be present at the time of the revolution, it doesn't matter who is physically present. It's the Nigerian mind that is present, and the evolution and degradation of the Nigerian mind that has been battered, bruised, and basically turned into an animal who has not been listened to and would be willing to even give his life to basically just fight. But the problem is, you don't want to be pawns in the hands of the government, because if anything, one party knows exactly what they are doing to yield and induce and provoke a reaction out of the other. So really, who has the power here? this is a battle. This battle is very real, because this is literally where, to be honest, the prayer warriors and the religious people in the country, if we want to engage in warfare, this is basically the kind of warfare we should engage in our future, because it's not going anywhere. I mean, it's going, but we could literally, especially how Nigerians are now all over the world, but their own country. We're getting to that point, and it's not looking good, mate. It's really not looking good. It's actually very bad. I think this is worth fasting and prayer, because if this is going to continue, Nigerians, and I think, I don't know the identity that we have, because we're at a point where Nigerians are literally willing to lose the Nigerian identity and join somebody else, because we've literally lost so much value in a Nigerianness. I mean, being Nigerian isn't necessarily our inherent value, our inherent identity, to be honest. So the unity cannot be really manufactured there. However, where we are going, the tribalism, the fighting each other, we are really disunited. We are really divided. And it's no surprise to how our history has gone. If we're going to, honestly, in the world, we just look like the weak link. We really do. We just, like, everybody can stand up for themselves, and then you just come to Africa. It's like, what are we doing? It's very shameful. Let's not deceive ourselves. Yes, we want to talk about black lives. We want to talk about black, we are this, we are that, we are giants. We are not. No, it's crazy. It's like Nigerians are the ones who are giants of this, giants of Africa. We are not. The real giants are not even speaking. The real giants don't even show that they are giants. You look at their actions and you know who really has the power. We are in a problem. We have basically lost our power with every election. Like, we just have lost our power with every election. It's actually so sad. Like, it's just unbelievably sad. And it's crazy, because elections are a way for you to basically, I guess, is giving the illusion of choice. Technically, it's meant to show that we have a choice in our leadership. We don't. But I think in Nigeria, it's just so apparent. Like, you really don't have power here, mate. Whatever you try, talk, it's not yours. But, what do you think about what Soyinka has said? Put what you think in the comment section below, and don't forget to like and subscribe.